Thanks for clicking. The London and St. Thomas Association of Realtors released their data for the month of April yesterday, showing a real estate market that is continuing to rebound. While London's real estate values had dropped almost 24% from peak in February of 2022 to trough in February of 2023, as we'll see, a lack of inventory and pent-up demand is pushing prices back up. With that said, it's not clear, yet at least, that London's real estate market is heading back to its 2021-2022 levels, as there are a number of differences playing out in the market between now and then. So what I want to do today is go over London's real estate data for the month of April, take a look at some emerging trends playing out in the London market, and then discuss some tips for the future. Whether or not London's market will be able to sustain its recovery in the face of worsening economic conditions remains to be seen, but we'll continue to have monthly updates on the London market on this channel. Click like and subscribe if you want to get those updates, but for now, let's get into this data. First off, the benchmark price. The benchmark price, if you'll remember, that's the price of a home which represents the most popular set of features. The benchmark price was up in April. March's benchmark was sitting at $592,600, and that jumped up to $607,200 in April. So that's almost a $15,000 increase in the benchmark price just in April. And the average price of a home in London shot up even higher. In March, the average price was sitting at $630,358, and that jumped up over $30,000 to $662,892. So that's almost a $32,000 increase in London's average price in just April alone. And the median price also jumped about $32,000, or exactly $32,000. The median price of a home, if you remember, that's where half as many homes sell for over that price and half as many sell for under that price. The median price in March was sitting at $580,000, and that jumped up to $620,000 in April. And not only are prices increasing, but homes are selling for less under asking than they had prior. If we look at the sales to list price ratio, which measures by how much a home sells over or under asking, so if a home was listed for $100K and sold for $95K, the sales to list price ratio would be 95. The SLPR was sitting at 98.6 in March, and that jumped up to 99.8 in April. So, on average, homes are selling for 99.8% of their list price. And it makes sense when you consider London's relative lack of inventory. If we look at the months of inventory measurement, the MOI, which measures if London had no more homes come to market, how long would it take for London to completely run out of homes for sale? The MOI was down again in April. The MOI in March was sitting at 1.7, and in April had dropped to 1.6. So, if everyone stopped selling their homes, London would run out of homes for sale in 1.6 months. Contrast that with January, when London's MOI was sitting at 2.9. And finally, homes are selling even faster than they did in March. If we look at the median days on market, which measures how long it takes for a home to sell, the median days on market in March was 14.5, and that dropped down to 13 days in April. So half of the homes that are sold in London take less than 13 days to sell, and half of the homes take longer than 13 days. So in summary, we have a benchmark price that's up by almost $15,000. We have an average price up almost $32,000. We have a median price up exactly $32,000. Homes are selling for closer to their asking price, and we have less inventory than we did the month prior. Adam Miller, the president of Elstar, said a few weeks ago that lower interest rates, or rather stable interest rates, are bringing buyers back to the market that sat out in 2022. And I've been seeing a lot of this as well, with more and more pre-approvals coming in from buyers who sat out in 2022, wanting to get into 2023. There is a lot of pent-up demand out there in London. Miller estimates that it's the homes that are priced between $400,000 and $600,000 that are getting the lion's share of the attention from this pent-up demand of homebuyers. And this makes sense that it would be the lower to mid-price homes that are getting the most attention, as buying power has reduced significantly since London hit its peak in February of 2022. Back then, when we had an average house price of $823,842, buyers with zero debt and minimum down payment requirements and qualifying at 5.25% had to earn $170,000 to buy that average priced home. Fast forward to this year, and buyers now have to qualify at that 6.49%. And that same $170,000 in income only buys a home worth $750,000. As such, Elstar's president points out that during the boom, it was not uncommon to see 15 to 20 offers put on any type of property, which would result in a $100,000 over asking price bid. Contrast that with now, with even homes that are purposefully priced low to induce a bidding war, so-called aggressive pricing, and those homes are only seeing between 5 and 10 offers which are only going $5,000 to $10,000 over asking price, if that. So the real estate market is heating up again. We are seeing increases in the benchmark average and median prices, but it doesn't look like we're going back to the days of 2021, early 2022, of multiple offer scenarios, $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 over asking bids. With that said, I also am already hearing that buyers are being told by some representatives that they have to have zero conditions on their offers or they won't get their homes, which is very much like what we saw in 2021 and 2022. And although the data doesn't support that just yet, it's definitely worthy of consideration. It's not clear as of yet that the market is going to be shooting back up indefinitely, and it's also not clear that homes are going to appraise for their purchase price. Unlike 2021 and 2022, I am still seeing some appraisals come in lower than the purchase price, which, as we talked about so many times on this channel, will result in the buyer having to come up with the difference, having to put more money down in order to close on that house if the appraisals don't come in high enough. That's definitely something to consider when you're putting in your offer on your home. As we just talked about, it's not clear the market is returning to those major highs. It's not clear that appraisers are going to be appraising high on these homes to match these purchase prices. With that said, we will continue to have monthly updates out on London's market on this channel. If you want to get those updates, make sure you click like and subscribe. But for now, thanks so much for watching.